Alright, horror homies. Time for a brief review of this here. As you can see, I picked up the Neca Ultimate Michael Myers. Um, I got it at Comics to Game in Florence, Kentucky. If you're in the area, I highly recommend them, by the way. I always count on them because they never let me down. And I know for a fact there's people right now waiting for their pre-order still. And I always go to Comic to Games because they never let me down. They always have it, and they always have it pretty quickly. So yeah, I got to pick this up there. I got it for $10, by the way, because I had a $25 off thing because I had filled out a frequent buyer's card, so that's pretty dope. And we'll start, obviously the box art is fucking incredible. Even if you didn't like the film, which I did, but if you didn't, it's pretty much unanimously considered that this is a fucking amazing fucking shot of Michael, and the poster art is incredible. So yeah, as you can see, the packaging, bueno, right? Except for this here. Because this is not a perfect figure. There's a lot of nitpicky things. I'm going to nitpick it. Don't hate on me. I still love the figure. But I'm going to unfortunately, have to start with one of my nitpicks. Because here is the slip on the inside. Now, if you collect NECA figures, you know that NECA always has a backdrop in the Ultimate Collect, like the box. And typically, they will derive the art from a popular or famous scene or iconic scene within the film they're depicting. And as you can see here, hopefully you can make that out, the backdrop in this Halloween Kills here is a hospital room. And I don't fucking know why they decided to use the hospital room as the backdrop. Because a lot of people can use these. If you didn't know, a lot of people like to use these as a backdrop for the figure itself. Like you can put it in the background and it looks cool as fuck. And they typically pick a scene that's, iconic in the film or very popular. And I don't know why they decided to roll with the hospital room. Mainly because at no point in this entire fucking film does Michael set foot in this fucking hospital at all. And I have no idea why they would roll with this instead of, I thought surely the backdrop would have been the burning house behind him. Because that's like one of the most badass shots of Michael Myers in any film ever. And I just don't understand why they wouldn't use that rather than using this hospital room for which he does not partake in. Okay? So that's the first nitpick. So let's move this aside. We're going to look at the figure, and then I'm going to go through the accessories and talk about them. All right? So, boom. Here he is in all his glory. Now, let's talk accessories. We got the halogen bulb. Very, very cool. It's one of the best kills in the film. Maybe even in the franchise. People love the kills in this movie, well, especially this one. And yeah, it's pretty dope. So that's a good one. We got, of course, kitchen knife. You got your regular. You got your bloody variant. Okay. It's pretty much protocol for a Michael figure. Then you get the silver shamrock novelty thing, the skull mask from Seasons of the Witch, which I'm pretty sure Michael murders the fuck out of a child in this movie. So here's his mask, and you can put it in with one of the hands. I'll get to it. That's cool, pretty cool there. Then here's another sort of a nitpick thing because they unveiled this figure before the film dropped, and it came with this baseball bat. And if you're a fan and you watched any of the trailers, you knew that Tommy Doyle himself, he also had a baseball bat. So by putting this in the pictures when they were releasing the photos before the movie came out, they pretty much spoiled the fact that there was a very real possibility that Tommy Doyle was going to fucking die in this movie, because how else would Michael get his bat? Guess what? Tommy Doyle fucking dies. That's how he gets his bat. He actually kills Tommy Doyle with his bat. So yeah, you get that. That's pretty cool. Now, here's another nitpick that's coming up, because it's the final accessory. If you collect NECA, you probably already know what the fuck I'm talking about. And that is this here. Booyah. The alternate head. The reason why, I'm going to bitch about the alternate head is because if you look at it, right, get your good little peek there, soak it in, right? Got it? Yeah, if you look at that one, and then you look at this one here, that I have on the figure right now, if this fucking shit will focus, you're going to notice that these two heads are remarkably similar in every way. Like the 2018 Myers figure did this as well, where it's like there's a slight difference in the masks. But to me, like a lot of people, I don't see the difference in these two. And I'm sure a lot of people will point out the difference to me. But here's the thing about it, because much like the 2018 rendition of a figure, the alternate headpiece in that People told you finally explained the difference between the two, but the difference is so subtle and minute that it seems completely pointless as fuck to include that head with this head. It's like, dude, they're virtually the same. I don't give a shit about a slight difference. It just seems weird to me that they're pretty much identical. And I know some people are, well, no, that one's got this. It might have different weathering or some shit. But ultimately, they're not different enough to justify having two of them, in my point of view. And the reason why I'm being nitpicky about that is because I was fucking convinced. The whole time I was thinking, you sly motherfuckers. Because when I saw the figures' promo shots and seen how remarkably similar these two were, I guess I had forgotten what they did with the 2018 movie. I was convinced that this was a trick, and this was actually going to end up not being a pretty much identical replica of the one that's already on it. I thought they were going to finally do something like, we've been wanting an Ultimate 78 for how fucking long at this point, and they're having trouble getting licensing for it. A lot of people do, trying to get the H1 licensing for it because it's a very popular franchise, and they can be protective of it at times. So I thought surely NECA would use this opportunity, right, as a loophole to finally give us a 78 Myers. I thought surely they were going to give us a flashback scene head sculpt, and that would have been fucking incredible. But as you can see, we did not get that. We got virtually the same exact one that's on the figure there. There's just something weird going on with the flashback mask, because for some reason the studio is completely against any merchandise geared towards it. Like Tots has the license to make the mask for Halloween Kills, and they do. Naturally, everyone and their fucking brother saw the flashback mask and wanted a flashback mask, and pretty much not really trolled, but annoyed the fuck out of everyone on the Tots page about it, like repeatedly requesting a flashback mask from Tots. You have to make this, you have to make this. Which, by the way, it's not their call. And it turns out we're not going to be getting the flashback mask, not because Tots doesn't want to give us the flashback mask, but because they don't have a fucking choice. Like, they don't have a say in the matter. They would love to produce a flashback mask. It's just the studio will not allow it. And I'm assuming that is the same reason we didn't get a flashback head sculpt on here. For some reason, the studio just doesn't want to fucking put it out. I don't know. But anyway, now the last accessory here is the Firefighter equipment that he slaughters everyone with, which brings me to my one of my last nitpicks, that being the fact that I feel like these figures, like, it still looks good, but I'm pretty sure, maybe I'm being an idiot, but I'm pretty sure that this weapon here that he's got here is not really to scale. Because, like, in the film, it's definitely longer than this. Absolutely longer than this, for sure. I've looked at the picture 50 fucking times. This is definitely too short. But I'm going to keep it that way because I dig it. It's not, like, painfully shitty looking or anything like that. And it was a motherfucker getting this thing in his hand. So this is how he's going to be displayed. Not to mention, if I didn't mention before, which I know I did, the scene where he steps out of the fire with this fucking shit on the porch and the fire's in the background is probably one of the most badass fucking appearances of Michael I've ever seen in any sort of media. Like, it's seriously one of the most amazing fucking badass shots ever in a in a Halloween film. You know, he's standing on the porch, he's getting soaked from the hose, blazing fire behind him. He slowly fucking switches this thing around and holds it in this manner because he's about to kill some motherfuckers. It's like an incredible, awesome scene, and I'm probably going to keep them displayed like this. I just think that the weapon's a little short. So, as far as the body goes, a lot of people are like, oh, I think it's the exact same one as the 2018. And maybe I should have, in hindsight, had my 2018 aside over here because it's something I have a theory about that I could be incorrect with. So this might be ramblings of a madman with no point. But I personally, like, as far as my memory serves me, I feel like they've actually trimmed him down a little bit. Because the 2018 figure, a lot of people were complaining that he looked like a fat ass, like he looked fat and out of shape. And he did look a little pudgy in the 2018 release of the NECA figure. But I wasn't bothered because I kind of thought, like, there's certain shots, promo shots of James Jude Courtney from Halloween 2018 where he does look a little bit pudgy, right? He's not fat, but he's ultimately not like skinny as fuck either. So, anyways, there's that, and then of course we have the burns on his suit. He's got you can see his flesh and his little cut in his arm there. You can't see too good on my camera because it sucks balls, but there's the burnt. Looks fucking good. He's got this bullet holes over here. They definitely did a good job on weathering the jumpsuit as well. And it looks fucking incredible. I'm happy with it. I just wish this thing here was longer and we would have gotten a flashback head. Let's get us a little bit of a close look again. Maybe. So yeah. So there you go. It's not a very long video, but I still wanted to do it because Halloween's my favorite shit ever. And I'm always happy to get a new piece of Halloween merchandise. So with that being said, there's my miniature review of Halloween Kills Ultimate by Neca. Do I recommend it? You bet your fucking ass I do. I mean, sure, I was nitpicky there for a minute, but ultimately, if you love Myers, you're probably going to love this figure. And, yeah, it's a good addition. So, y'all have a good fucking night. I'll see you when I see you.